be yourself, but in order to be yourself, you have to find out who you are.
Okay.
But one thing about human nature, we're forever changing. So once you feel like, oh, I know who I am, it's another, it's another
Part of you that you haven't unlocked. Brianna Davison, how you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to the Business Lab. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
It's a major day. What's today?
Today is my birthday.
Man, happy birthday, Brianna. Happy birthday. And I know 2024 has been an amazing journey so far. And there's a lot of things that we don't know yet, obviously. But a lot of people do need to kind of get informed on what's behind the scenes with Brianna's life, what happens with the business, the personal, and everything, and how you're able to mix both together and, turn yourself into a figure or a brand, to the world. Because the way I met you is I met you through, watching behind the scenes before I personally met you. Then, of course, coming into business together, working together, growing together, seeing you develop into the person you are today. It wasn't easy, and I seen the behind the scene. But what I really want to get out of this interview today kind of is showing what's the raw information that people don't know, and information that will kind of take somebody from one level to the next level, and all of that, and whatever else you want to share, whatever else you want to kind of release to the world. But tell me where you stand today as far as personal life, business life, kind of wherever you want to start.
All right. Well, first I will say I did not pray before I started this podcast, and I know that that's something that I need to do. Okay. Because I don't want to get in the way of what God wants to do.
I understand.
So I'm
yes, ma'am.
Just pray right quick.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. No, pray. You can go for it right now. Yes.
Pray right here.
Right here. Right now on camera.
Well, gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, God. Thank you for an opportunity, God, to be on this podcast. God, thank you for Baha. Thank you for his mind, his heart. God, I ask right now, God, that you speak through me, God. I sit down and Holy Spirit, you have your way. God, let the people hear what they need to hear, and let me say what it is you need me to say. God, I thank you. I love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Let's go. I love it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. That was definitely necessary.
Period.
Brianna, life is a journey. And obviously you hear that a lot. But what people don't really understand is what it takes, the turbulences that you go through to kind of get yourself self-developed and kind of work into the corporate world and entering a world that nobody really plans for besides God, and of course if your right mind state is not together, then it can come with some difficulties.
Oh, absolutely.
And all of us, I struggle with the same thing, and I know a lot of amazing entrepreneurs that are already successful today struggle with that, but I felt like it was really necessary to go through whatever turbulences that you go through in life, whether ups and downs and highs and lows, but of course, you have your own story. And today we're here to highlight you. Yes, ma'am. So talk to me about, business, about, the world that you live in today, and how important it is that your personal figure reputates the business figure as well. Because I know both kind of go along, but it's more than just saying it. And I want you to kind of help us explain that. Because a lot of people out there have their own businesses, but they're running it a little bit differently. And I want to see what kind of advice you have for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I would start off by saying you are the business, For so many years, I've ran my business thinking, oh, if I get the right followers, or if I get the right amount of people to view, stuff like that, or if I get the right colors in my business, I thought that it was the etiquette of the business. I thought it was how the business looked, but the whole time it was me as a person. Like, I am the brand.
Yes.
And I want to tell people that they are the brand. Like, they have to, when you realize that you're the brand, everything else flows.
You move different.
You gotta move different.
Absolutely.
You have to move different. So when you figure out what your flaws are, or what your shortcomings are, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you figure out what you're lacking, you will notice why your business is not doing what it needs to be doing, because you're not where you need to be.
That's true.
So I would just say on that tip, to build a firm foundation within first, and that takes a lot of work.
A lot of work, more work than what people would imagine, because it comes with having certain relationships that along the way. It's knowing how much time you need to allocate to your business, knowing that you have different audiences. I mean, your audiences are from what age to what age? I know they're
all over. All over. 18 to 34 for sure. That's my crowd. But I mean,
and I know you attract. I mean, kids and children and all different ages, and those are the ones that look up to you. Yeah. So for that being said, I want you to help us explain, how are you able to manage both? Because obviously, you know, when you're dealing with one age group, is, you know, you kind of know how to avenue and how to pattern yourself, you know, along the business cycle. But with you having, you know, children from ages, you know, 4 or 5 and older, and kind of watch, you know, you watch them grow along the journey, you also growing along the journey. How manageable is that, you know, with managing an older crowd versus a younger crowd?
Man, for me, I think that this avenue with the kids is perfect for me, because I mean, no matter where I go, I'm always attracting kids. Like I can be in a grocery store. Kids are just attracted to me for some reason. So
I love it.
With that, it's like, it's natural. You know, I don't have to perform. I don't have to put on. Like, I really relate to kids on a level that I don't even understand.
It's hard. It's hard. It's definitely hard. And I know you got a lot of children, a lot of kids, a lot of young women, young girls that are looking up to you and, you know, wanting to be, you know, future entrepreneurs and wanting to be, you know, business savvy and wanting to be a social media figure and all that. But what advice do you have for that group of people?
The children.
For the children, you know, somebody that wants to follow your footsteps and somebody that wants to, you know, self-develop and wants to grow into that, you know, that image. What advice do you have for that group?
Yeah, I would definitely say, man, this is deep. Just hear me out. But I would definitely say, be yourself.
That's big.
Be yourself. But in order to be yourself, you have to find out who you are. Okay. But one thing about human nature, we're forever changing. So once you feel like, oh, I know who I am, it's another, you know, it's another
part of you that you haven't unlocked.
Always.
Absolutely.
So it's like a journey of becoming a person you've never been before.
I see.
And you never want to get content with where you are. You know what I'm saying? Even when you feel like you've grown, you know? And I thank God I'm the type of person where I'm always trying to get better. You know, I'm always trying to, and I commend you for being in my life, because
appreciate it.
Your light shines so bright, and it shows me that there's more. When I see you, I know there's more.
Okay.
You know,
I love it.
I'm not nowhere near where you are, and you just give me that. You that. What is it, that pull? Like, it's more.
Yeah, and it's definitely and I appreciate you saying that, but the same way you feel about me, the same way I feel about you, because there's different things that you can unlock for myself when I'm working with others. So there's many people that I work with and I'm invested in, and, you know, whether I've been working with them on the corporate level or on a smaller business level, the biggest thing that I take away is building a strong relationship so you can grow a stronger brand, and the foundation alone will just kind of excel. And that's something that you and I developed over the course of years, you know, and continuing growing and still figuring out on different patterns on how can we scale our business working together. And I know one of the biggest things that I took away was learning from everybody that's around me and knowing exactly what to take and what to leave, right? Because not all the information that you have can apply to me. It might apply to different individuals, right? And the biggest thing I want people to understand is know exactly what you need from a person or from a conversation, and allow that person to know, you know? So this person can help you along the way. But when you want to basically to kind of turn into your own lingo, your own style, because there's a lot of things that you might not know that you taught me, but I know what to take from my relationship and know what to apply. So the biggest thing that I know a lot of other individuals that are in this situation is knowing who you're in a relationship with, whether it's in a high level of business or in the beginning stage of business, is kind of identifying each person's strengths and weaknesses, understanding what this person can offer and bring to the table versus what the other party can bring and offer to the table. And one of the things that I know a lot of people feel like way before they get past their first year, because you know, a lot of businesses fail within the first 3 years, and we've already been in business going on 3 years. So it's important for people to know, if you don't identify that in the beginning of the stages, then there is no continuation. The business cannot continue going. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, and that I know you were, you know, very patient to see the journey and watch the journey and allow yourself to know that, okay, well, hey, everything will come within its time, you know? And because a lot of times when people get into business, they kind of move too ahead or too fast forward, rather than the business kind of growing organically. Speaking of organic, how organic and is your business today? Like because obviously you said, Baha, you know, I want to take my time. I want to make sure that the products are right. Yeah. I want to make sure that, hey, before I tell people to use it, I want to use everything. Not one time, not 2 times, but plenty of times. I want to run out of the bottle before I let somebody else, you know, use it. And that was something that I learned from you. So that's one of the things I took away, because it's like, don't just fast and make a product and slap a name on it and say, let's go. Doesn't work that way. Making sure your quality is perfect, making sure your consumer is happy. These are different things that I took away from you that I was able to apply to my business. So I respect that about you. So that's the biggest thing that I want people to understand, that, hey, you know, when you have a product, you have a business, and you understand what it is, how well can you take that business to the next level by understanding the beginning of the business first, you know? So when we came in, I played my part, you played your part, but also understanding exactly how can we both excel, understanding what our roles are, right? Rather than just saying, hey, we got a product, we got a brand, let's make money. Because that's not the case. Exactly. 90% of the people that I know or worked with in the past, they told me, hey, Baha, if we had the mindset that we have 3, 4, 5 years after we're in our business, if we had that mindset 3, 4, 5 months in our business, the business would be on a whole different level. So, and yeah, because you obviously filtered out a lot of the things that you don't need to apply anymore in business, because you kind of like put that all on the table. So your business today, you know, we started with one location. It's in numerous locations now. Tell me where it stands today. Tell me your Bri Monique collection. Where does it stand today? What should people expect in 2024?
Man, Bri Monique collection has literally grown fast. Okay?
Yes.
Right now we are in 3 locations.
Okay, love it.
And that's just in Tennessee right now, and we are now.
Okay. This is major.
I mean,
this is major.
I'm still trying to
process the whole situation.
I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
Well, they need to know this is major. I mean, you know.
Wow, Bri Monique collection is now overseas.
Global. Let's go.
We are now in Belize.
Let me do a couple claps for that. Yes, I love it.
Like
Belize.
What?
So where's Belize?
Belize is, where is Belize?
It's in maybe a four. We know it's another country.
We know it's somewhere.
But I know you have a client there, or a wholesaler there.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Man, networking. Actually being at Bronner Brothers with you.
There we go. See?
I don't even know if you know.
Shake the right hand. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, major.
At Bronner Brothers with you.
Yes.
The girl came by the booth and she was just looking at the wigs, and I was helping her out, and then she goes to tell me that she has her own beauty supply store.
Okay.
And I thought it was dope, you know, black owned business.
Beautiful. Yes.
Store. So I'm talking. We talked about a good hour.
Okay. Oh wow, nice.
And she was just telling me about her business, and she never told me where she was though. So we followed each other on Instagram. And we just stayed connected. Okay. And then I realized she was in Belize, but she kept messaging me like, hey, I really want your products to be
I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah.
So
but I think you weren't offering wholesaling at the time.
Listen, mind you, that's when I first got the product. That's when I first got the product investment on stage.
Okay.
In Miami.
Yes. Okay.
So she seen it. She was there.
Wow.
So she seen me get the money.
She's seen the beginning.
Before we even put a product out, she was already like, I want your products in my store. So that goes back to your other question, like, what do you think about people that's trying to do that? It's you are the brand. So
she wanted you before she even tested the product. She wanted to be a part of your journey. Yeah, I love it.
Before I even knew what product.
Yes. That speaks a lot. And she stayed committed and invested, and there's so many other opportunities that you could have took, but I know you wanted to take your time, take it at a pace, because obviously 2 years. And just to get to where you are today. But I know there's a lot of other expectations for the product and so many other things that you're implementing. One of the biggest things I know we've been talking about was, you know, writing and, you know, communicating with the children through books. How's that journey going for you?
Man, B. So I wrote my first book.
Okay.
It's called The Invisible Crown.
The Invisible Crown.
The Invisible
I can imagine what it's going to be. Yes, I love it. Tell us about it.
So The Invisible Crown.
Just enough.
Yeah, because it's.
They got to read it. Yeah, just enough.
They gotta go read it.
Just enough, yeah.
But I decided to write the book because I noticed that a lot of girls didn't want wigs. Like some girls, they are okay with not wearing wigs. You know, the parents are okay with letting them, you know, be free. So I'm like, what other product can I develop to add value, right? And why not a book?
Yes.
Why not a children's book?
Come on.
So I literally wrote the book in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Man, I've been 2 years thinking about writing a book. I haven't got started. You know I got a lot of information, but just sitting down and doing it is it's major. And so look at what you did, and I'm gonna let you complete it. But look at what you did. You put your mind to it. You said I want to do it. You did it. Illustrated it. Did everything that you need to do from point A to point Z by yourself, and you stay committed. And you got people like myself, even though I'm successful in different areas, I'm not successful there. What advice do you have for me if I want to write a book, or anybody that wants to write a book?
It has to work, or it has to work. Like it's no plan B's. Okay. You know, when you set your mind on something, you say I'm gonna do that thing, it has to work. Like, you don't lack resources. Like, what do you lack? What do you need? And nowadays we can go on YouTube and find anything. We can type anything, and people have step-by-step processes. You know what I'm saying? It has to work, or it has to work. And
it worked, and you did it. And we have I think a copy here. We're gonna show it to everybody in a little bit. But I know where is it available? Where can you find the book?
You can find the book on Amazon. Okay. But most of all, you can find the book on my website.
Okay. So I love it. Okay.
I am launching a new website, so I can't say when.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I'm launching a new website soon. If you follow me on social media, you'll already know.
You'll stay tuned. Just stay tuned. What's your social media? What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook?
My Instagram is _Bri Stylez. BRISTYLEZ.
Okay.
And my Facebook, Breonna Davidson. TikTok, Bri Stylez. Same thing.
I love it. You've graduated in life so much into so many ways. You've graduated so much in life, but what is the biggest thing that you take away from 2022, 2023, and entering 2024 that you feel like it's necessary to apply and it's necessary to get better in? Personally, because this is a real raw question that people need to understand. Like, hey, just because there's a lot of things figured out, and even though you worked out so well at one point, but what is something that you had to continue getting better at? Continue.
Let's see. Let me think, because it's really a lot I can say to answer that question, but something that I continuously...
And it can be more than one thing, because I know that's the biggest thing that I continue knowing how to apply something that worked with me in the past that I feel like I need to get better in, whether it's, building better relationships, whether it's, communicating more, whether it's, getting out of my comfort zone in a lot of situations. There's so many things that we can get better in. We're still doing it. You got out of your comfort zone. You still met people, but it may be meeting more people. It may be traveling more places to educate yourself more on the hair industry or the hair product industry. So it's a lot to situate. But in your scenario, I know it's a lot more different than my world. So your world is definitely catering to a whole market of people that want to see how and well developed you've turned over the course of years.
Well, you kind of said part of the word.
Yes.
But I would definitely say, one, personal development.
Okay. Love it.
You can never stop working on yourself.
That's key.
That's
key. I say that. I say that for a fact. I experienced that, and till this day, you fight with it every day. Hey, how can I get better? Yeah. Okay.
And you got to want to get better. So personal development, and I would say another thing is, for me, consistency. Getting up early.
Yes.
You taught me that.
Yes.
Like,
that's key. Man,
seeing you up early, 6 a.m. on the phone, like, I'm like, how do he do it? I was the girl. I'm like, I'm getting up. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock. Baby.
I remember when we first met. I remember I was, we were talking, and he said, hey, Bob, just, whenever you wake up, shoot me a text or shoot me a call. Just let me know. And not a lot of people would say that. Like, man, you know what? Just text me, and when I get up, I'll see the message. The biggest thing that I felt like you took away from that, and what I take away from that, is seeing that I'm invested with a partner that's taking life serious and taking every opportunity serious. And another point is also allowing me to put more into that person, because I can have business investments with a lot of different entrepreneurs, but it doesn't mean you're going to put in the same time, the same effort, because it depends. You got to give and take. And with me and you, I'm continuing investing, continue working with you. Whatever you bring to the table, I'm all in with you. And that's what I love about our relationship, because we understood each other from the beginning, way before we started investing together, for years before we started doing that. And I felt like that's what makes the relationship a lot more healthy.
Yeah.
And where I feel like a lot of people need to understand and take that into, exception. Like, hey, you know what? Finding out who your partner is and knowing exactly where the ups and downs and lows and highs are, so you can help balance that person together and grow a healthy, scalable business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
And I do want people to know the importance of serving.
Yes. Tell me about that.
If it wasn't for me serving, I wouldn't even be sitting right here. I would never forget, 2017, you hit me up and you was like, yo, Bri, I'm finna do this grand opening. That was for your Winchester store. I'm finna do a grand opening. I had met you through a partner too for your photo shoot. So I did the hair for your model. So me and you never knew each other.
Yeah.
So after I did the hair, I guess you was like, this girl cold.
Who was that? Yeah. Like, let me link me up.
Yeah. So boom, we met some type of way, and boom, it's been up ever since. But I will never forget when we did meet, you told me to come to your grand opening.
Yes.
And I came, and you were just like, just go live, tell your people, come out, pull up.
Catch a vibe. Yeah.
So I did. I was literally in there, and
it was
the whole time I was there, I just naturally started fixing stuff, putting stuff up. I seen people unload boxes. I'm like, where this go? Put this in.
I need some help. Let me get it.
It was natural.
Yes.
Like, you didn't have to tell me.
Absolutely.
Jump in.
No, that was all real.
Ever since then.
Yeah.
I've been serving you ever since, and I don't even know if you realize, like, a lot of times you don't even be there. It's just your character. Like, I respect you, first of all, on a different level. Like, I respect you, who you are, your heart, outside of beauty and company. Like, for people that know you outside of beauty and company, they know what I'm talking about. So it's just you as a person. So I honored that from the beginning.
Thank you.
From never even thinking we would get this far. Right. Never.
Yeah.
A product line was not on my mind. Us doing business like this, never even thought about it. You had your second grand opening, and you invited me again. I'm like, oh, he invited me.
Yeah,
okay,
well, we building. Yeah, we're growing.
So I came, and you didn't even have to tell me what to do. I think one day one of those, I think Hex Cross, you came in there, and I was helping some people outside in the line. Yeah. Just like, what is Bri?
And people love you. The fact, what you can offer to the people is definitely something that I can't offer. Like, I'm me, that's true, but you're you. It's two different things. And what people get from you is just different. Like, when I'm just watching from the outside and looking in and seeing the faces, the reaction, the responses, the hugging, and the emotional feelings, is like that connection. That's something that's very hard to get, and I have done a lot of people, but I've learned how to continue doing that, working with you, working together, honestly. And that's when you say people actually work from the heart, and people serve from the heart, and continue giving that to individuals, and that's how you grow an organic, healthy relationship. Yeah. So where's Bri today? I know you are you still in the Memphis area?
I am not.
Okay.
Your girl has relocated to Houston, Texas.
Texas, okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, different journey, different path. But obviously all for a good reason.
Oh yeah.
All for a good reason. And I know we can, talk about more of that, because that's still freshly new, and there's a lot of cans to open for that topic. I know. So that's something completely different than where we want to go to now, because we can leave down a part 2. Right. We can definitely leave a part 2, because there will be part 2, part 3, and so on. Right. Yeah, because it's
new stuff every time.
Let me tell you why. Because it's and it's all up to God, but you're unstoppable, right? And to the point where, like you said, you want to keep going and growing and glowing, to the world. And that's what you've been doing. And that's something that you obviously are doing, applying to just your personal stuff, not even put business to the side, just personally, right? Which goes back to your original point, which is you're the business, you're the brand. So once you understand yourself and you grow yourself into this amazing figure that will be a difference maker for the world, that's when your brand will just follow. And people will invest in you in anything that you offer. It can be in selling a book, hair products, anything, course systems, so many things, so many layers of business that there is to unfold for Brianna?
Absolutely. And I mean,
it got hot. You said, you're like, look, I'm about to get some details, you know?
I had to come out my jacket, literally. But you are key to your business. It's always you. If your business is not making money, go check yourself. If your clientele isn't building, check yourself. Like, it always reflects back, because the more I realize, and this is over the last 6 to 8 months, I've realized the more work that I do on myself, my business is going to reflect it easily.
Yes.
Easily.
Facts.
And I'm nowhere near where I see myself. I'm nowhere near where I see my business. I'm still trying to find out why I'm not making $100,000 a month.
Yeah, let's go.
What is it?
Yeah, because it's coming.
It's in me.
Yeah, you know it.
But I still have work that I'm doing daily.
Yes.
Daily.
To get there.
By the minute.
And some.
Listen.
Yes.
By the minute.
Yes, ma'am. That's true.
And for the people that just the perfectionists out there, because I used to be
yes,
like you.
Yes. And I say that yes, and because I take a lot from that, you know, and some stuff I still apply, and it's good to be a perfectionist in some stuff. But go ahead, mention your point, because I know it's getting good.
Yes, like, to the perfectionists who always got to have it right, on point. I've learned through experience, it's not always going to be right. And you have to be okay with it. And you have to be okay with, you know, you just got to do what you got to do sometimes. Thank
you for sharing that. That's important. And I know one of the biggest things that people need to take from that subject is, you know, things will work out on its own until you stay consistent, and you'll figure and get better along the way. It can be in anything. Apply it to whatever it is you do, whether it's you own a cell phone shop, or you own your own hair business, a hair salon, barbershop, anything like that. You can apply the same thing to that. So I respect that. Thank you.
Timing is everything. Like, nothing can be done outside of the time that it's supposed to. Just like a baby. A woman gets pregnant, she got to wait 9 months before she meet and touch and feel and smell her baby.
Yes.
Right? So sometimes we can get ahead of ourselves, you know, because we can see the future. Other people can see the future. You speak life into me all the time. Bri, I see you. You know, you and AV, he always, billionaire Bri.
Come on, let's go. Yes.
And I believe it.
Yes.
Like,
you got to manifest it, believe it, and go for it.
Man, I know I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. You there already. The mindset.
I know it. But am I ready for it, though? Am I truly authentic? Like being real?
Yeah.
Am I truly ready?
It's a different lifestyle.
That's the question.
But something you're developing into.
Every single day.
Yes.
Personal development every single day. And I'm not going to stop.
There we go. Thank you so much, Bri. Bri 2024. I don't know if they're ready. Bri 2.0. I don't know if they're ready. Let's go. Bri, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for finding the time. Yeah. I know you got to catch a flight. You got to get out of here soon. But till next time.
Till next time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Sorry.